Hi, and welcome to the first episode of these various lessons where I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about making a plugin for Minecraft. In this first episode, we're going to be covering how to set up your project and how to make your first custom command. For this, you're going to need IntelliJ, which is the IDE which you're going to be using to program the plugin. And you're going to make sure to download the Community Edition, which is the free one. And you're going to need Java 17, which is the version required for the latest Minecraft versions. Both of these links will be in the description of this video. And then once you have installed IntelliJ, you're going to have to go over here to plugins and search for Minecraft. And you're going to have to need this plugin right here, Minecraft Development. I already have it installed here, so I'm not going to do that. Anyways, once you have that, we're going to actually go and create our project. So we're going to go here and press on New Project, and that should bring you over here. So we're going to go right down here and select Minecraft, and here we can name the project. So I'm going to call it Tutorial. Then make sure you have plugin selected since we're not making any mods. And then here we have Bucket and Spigot. And then here you can select which Minecraft version you want to make this plugin for. So I'm going to leave it as 1.20.1. Over here on build system, you're going to select Maven. And down here for the group ID, if you have a website or a domain, you're going to want to put that. But if you don't, you're going to want to put me dot and then your name. So I'm just going to put my username in there. And then make sure that here you have Java 17 selected. All right, so now once you've done that, you can just go here and select create. Now, while this is getting created, down here, you will see the progress and you want to wait for that to finish. And the first time, it might take quite a while, but it went really fast for me since I've already done this. So now we're going to go over to tutorial, src, Java, and here we have the class tutorial, which is our main class for the project. Here you can see that we already have these two functions, which are the onEnable and onDisable. The onEnable will get triggered when your server starts up, and the onDisable function will get triggered when your server shuts down. So here you don't have to do this, but it's always good to make sure that your plugin starts up properly. We're going to put a log function, which will log when your plugin actually successfully starts up. So we're going to call getLogger.info, and then here we're going to put my first plugin has been enabled. And then we're just going to put the same thing for the disabled, but we'll put disabled there. All right, so now we have these two functions here. Now, in order to actually go ahead and make our first command, we're going to go over here to the .tutorial package. I'm going to right click, go to new Java class. And now Java classes are case sensitive, so you always want to start them with a capital letter. So in this case, we're going to call it command executor. So make sure you have no spaces and just press enter. Right, now that we're here, we're going to actually call the command executor from Bucket. So we're going to do implements command executor. Now you see a red error, but that's nothing, don't worry. So over here, we're going to go into this object and we're going to do @override public boolean on command. Then we're going to name some stuff. So command sender would be the sender. The command would be command string label and string the logs. So it will appear in red here, but you can just go here and just import the classes by doing Alt and Enter. I actually misspelt this one, so it's command sender. All right, and then we can import that. And now it's going to look like this. And down here, we're going to add a return true. Now, in order to create our first command, we're going to say if command dot get name dot equals ignore case, and it'll equal to test, for example. So this basically means if the player does /test, it will trigger this. And now here we're going to go into the body like that. Then here we're actually going to return true. So here we need to return false. Sorry for that. Okay. So above we're going to return true, and underneath it we're going to return false. And now we have the first thing set up. So next off, we're going to actually check if the person writing this command is a player or if they're writing it through the console of the server. So in order to do that, we're going to go inside the body I'm going to say if sender instance of player with a capital P, and we can import the player class. It can continue, or else, meaning that it's not a player. Going to the body, else, and that means that it's not a player. So we can log an error message by doing get logger. Here, let's import it from org.bucket. So there, .info, and let's say this command must be ran by a player. If it is ran by a player, we can actually go ahead and get that player. So in order to get that player, we have to define something. So player, and let's name it player. When you name stuff in Java, you're going to have to use lowercase letters. Equals, in brackets, player, and sender. Perfect. So now we can actually do player dot, and now we have all the functions we can do to that player. So we can do player dot send message, and let's make this just say success. And now this will appear in white in the Minecraft chat. So to add a little color, if you wanted to, it would have to be chat color dot. So let's do green, since it's a success message. So we can do green, and then plus, and that message. Let's import chat color since we don't have that. All right, so let's recap what we've done here. So we've checked if the command is /test. We've checked if it's a player, it will send a message to that player saying success. Or if it's not, it will just log this command must be ran by a player. Okay, and now we need to actually register this command inside the plugin. So first of all, we're going to add it to the plugin.yml, which can be found right here in resources. And here's the plugin.yml. So if we double click on that, it will show us this section here. So we'll have to add commands, colon, a new command. So it has to be the exact name of the command. So that would be test. Now we can give it a description. So just this is a test command. Now we need to give it a permission, which will be your plugin. So tutorial, if I spell it right, tutorial.test. And then a permission message will be like, you don't have tutorial.test. Now we've registered this command inside the plugin.yml. And now in order to make so the command gets enabled as the server starts, we're going to have to also add it here on the onEnable system. So before the log, we're going to add this, which gets the plugin dot get command, the name of our command, which was test, and then set executor new command executor, which is the class which we've done the command in. So now the plugin is basically done. Now, in order to compile it to the .jar file, which we're going to put into the server, we're going to go over here to Maven. On this little arrow, go to lifecycle. And first of all, we're going to clean it. And there we go. Once you've seen this, that means it's done. And then we're going to install. Let it load. And there we go. Process has finished. So now inside here, target, you have two jars. We're going to ignore the original one, and we're just going to get tutorial-1.0.jar. All right, so now here, I've just set up a basic Spigot server. And so what we're going to do to install the plugin is just go here, and we're going to Control-C to copy it. Then you go in here into the plugins folder, and you just paste it here. And then we can go ahead and start the server up. And in this console, you should see the message. Here it is. The message is right here. My first plugin has been enabled. All right, and now I've just loaded up Minecraft, so we can go ahead and join the server. So now I am in the server. And just make sure to OP yourself, obviously. So now I'm operator. And now we should actually be able to type the command. So it was /test. And there we go. It sent the success message. So that works. Now I'm going to show you what would happen if you were trying to do it in the console. So that would just be test, and it would say this command must be ran by a player. And there we go. That's the first episode of the series complete. Now, next episode, I'm going to be showing you how to use listeners in order to listen for a certain thing. So we can make it so that when you break a block, just like this, it would actually trigger a function and give you a certain item, for example. So if this plugin course is helping you, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel and also leave this a like. See you next episode.